In this video, I'm going to talk about how to increase your sales using the motivation, time, and capacity techniques. Coming right up. And this is John Lee, and if this is the first time you come across me, my channel is all about growing businesses, starting businesses, and making multiple streams of income. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications if you don't want to miss out on other new content. So I can tell you one of the ways that if you want to increase your sales, you must understand the people that you're dealing with, i.e. your customers, but you also want to have these three qualifications. So I'm going to tell you how I started in property and how I was able to create a multi-million pound property portfolio by using these three qualifiers for every single property that I buy. And now let me share the screen so you've actually got this as well. What I tend to do is, and I call this the motivation triangle. So it looks like this. Excuse me. So the first thing I want to do is the M. M stands for the motivation. Whenever you have a customer who comes to you looking to buy something, you always got to find what is the motivation. So when I started in real estate, I started to think, okay, when people want to sell their houses, what is their main motivation? And it was surprising because I just thought it was all about the money. I thought, okay, well, you want to sell your house because you want to make, you want to release the money and you want to make money from your property. Actually, what I found, it was a lot of it. I mean, some reasons, of course, was for that. They wanted money to buy things and to release equity and so on and so forth. But actually, I found that a lot of people wanted to release the money and sell their house for personal reasons. So let me give you some of the reasons I came across. Number one, they had just lost their job, right? So a lot of people said, hey, I want to sell my job sell my house because I lost my job. And so, when they lose their job, they have no income coming in and they're scared that they're going to, get repossessed. And so they have to sell the property. So that's one of the reasons. The second reason I found a lot of people want to sell the property was because the house had been inherited. So they inherited the property from somebody. And now at this point, they did just want the cash. But the difference is they want it fast. They don't mind taking a discount on the property, but they just want to get the property really, really fast. To sell so they can take the money out, so they can equity release that. So and the third thing is people who actually were a couple and then they got divorced. So obviously when you have a couple living in a house together who don't like each other, there's a lot of arguments, a lot of fights, a lot of negativity, and so they just want to sell that house no matter what. They don't even want to make money on it. And it's really weird how when I started to ask about, okay, what's the main reason for selling? So whenever you are, offering a product or a service, one question you want to ask is, okay, well, what's the main reason for you X, Y, Z? So if it's a car, what's the main reason for you looking at a car today? If you're going out shopping, and what's the main reason you're shopping in the shoe shop for, right? Specifically, is it buy a pair of shoes for yourself, for your kids, for your family? Like, what is it? So when you ask that question, what's happening is they'll tell you the exact reason. Basically, they'll tell you how you can help them solve their problems with your products and services. So that's where you must always find the motivation, right? The second thing is we must decide on the time frame. Okay, the time frame. So when I used to speak to people on with property, they always used to, I always ask them, so how quick do you want to sell the property? Do you want to sell it now? Do you want to sell it next week, this month, this year? Like, what are you thinking? And so what I found was that when people needed to sell their property within a month, within 30 days, I found that it was much better for me to get deals, right? So I found that the quicker they wanted to sell the property, the more likely they are to take my product or service. So when you're asking that question, you kind of want to put a feel in there. So are you looking at a property today? Or you're looking to buy a car today? You're looking to get something today? Like what's your thoughts? So you want to kind of feel out, where they're at. So you can decide, okay, do I want to, offer my products and services now? Because here's the thing, you don't want to actually offer your products and services unless that person's ready to buy, all right? Because what happens is it's going to feel like a hard sell. Right. So, for example, I was looking at some calls with my friends the other day, and they kept asking questions like, "Do you?" No, I appreciate they were quality questions, right, and they were qualifying questions, but it felt like really like pushy, right? So that's why you don't want to offer your products unless they're asking the right questions, unless they know that you are or you know that they are serious. So time frame, you ask a question, you know, have a bit of chit chat. So, oh, by the way, so when are you looking to move house? If you're an estate agent, when are you looking to move house? Right? When are you looking to, like, you know, what time frames do you have in mind? You want to use some of these questions to ask and to reveal the time frame. Okay. The next one is C for the capacity. Right? So the capacity in order for them to buy your product and service. So for example, if you're buying a multi-million pound property, one of the things that agents want to see is they want to see that you know, proof of funds, or they want to see a decision in principle, or a DIP as they call it in property. But for you, it could be different. Like if you're going to buy a luxury car, that, you know, you might want to have finance in place, or you want to explain to them, you know, what your criteria is and do they fit that criteria. Right? Because it's pointless someone looking at a, you know, multi-million pound property if their budget's only, you know, $500,000, for example. And I say only, but you get my point. I'm comparing between the millions and the $500,000. So the capacity part is also crucial to find out whether that person is in a position to move on, right? Are they positioned to move now or not? And I can tell you with property, I was always asked the question, how much is your house worth? Right? Obviously, I've got permission to ask some questions. A softer way is, what do you think your property is worth? Right? Or you could do a valuation. For example, I did a valuation. So if you're not selling property, then you want to do valuations. You want to do some kind of due diligence and have that ready. Right? So if someone comes in, let's say it's a service, for example, for a wedding, you know, if you're a wedding planner, you might say, so what sort of budget are you looking to spend on your wedding? And, you know, they might say, I'm looking from this to this. Okay, good. Could you stretch a little bit further, or is that the absolute max? I could stretch a little bit further. Okay, good. So if you can do this, and this, right? So you present the options available to them based on their capacity. And this is key, because what happens if you show people out of their capacity, then they feel bad for not, like, they're going to feel really, you know, not happy that, oh, like they want it, but it's not within their capacity to get it. And so therefore it leaves a bitter taste. So that's why when you have that capacity, you know, you're talking to, well, based on your current situation, your circumstances, I'd recommend this, right? And here's why, da, 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 da. So when you understand the motivation, time, and the capacity, these three things are qualifying to allow you to definitely get more quality leads and therefore selling more of your products and services. So I really hope that you found this useful. If you did, give this video a like, and because it'll help the algorithm to show you more of my videos. And also as well, if you don't want to miss out on all my new videos that I talk about, you know, how to increase sales, how to generate leads and earn more income in your business, then hit subscribe, turn on bell notifications right now so you don't miss out on my new videos. And my question for you is, what techniques and strategies have you used to increase your sales or to qualify your leads? Can you just leave a comment below? Or, you know, what other strategies have you seen other people use? If you leave a comment below, I'd love to learn from all of you as well. So again, if you found this useful, hit the subscribe button, turn on bell notifications. I'll leave a video here and here. I'll put a subscribe button over here, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.